Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to the collective Capricorn reading for any and all Capricorn placements. Had a bit of a weird start, but we are okay. We are all good. Just need to scoot on over. Scoot that stuff on over. Oh, hello. We'll be getting into a past, present, future spread here. And we're first going to be pulling cards from Tarot of the Abyss, which this is going to be like, oh, I don't know how to explain how these two tarot decks together feel like a dark cave with the most beautiful flowers like blooming like around it, almost like coming out of the cave, but it's not like growing in the cave, you know? Let's get a clear, honest message for Capricorn. What do we got going? What do they need to know for their highest good? Ooh. I love this tarot deck. We have Nine of Pentacles, the Empress. Big Earth energy. And the Hanged One. Okay. So the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man, I may call it. Either or. Genderless cards. Anytime I say, like, Queen, King, could be anybody. Alright? I'm talking about anyone. This is the Hanged One. Now I'm going to show how it came out upright. Here. So, like, focus. So, see how everything in this card is upside down? This is how the card is supposed to look upright. But this is how it came out. It came out like this, Capricorn. For you. There we go. I like this card a lot. Oh, that one makes me happy. I love that so much. Oh, just you wait. Because when we put all of them together, for your past, present, and future energies, we have Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, the Hanged One. Come on, I know you can focus here. Tarot of the Abyss, this is called, if you want to get this for yourself, if anyone is interested. You can focus. Come on, I know you can. Nine of Pentacles is really cute. It's got a little birdie in her hand. How adorable. That's who I want to be. Just the old grandma who's like the weird witch of the forest. Something fun. I think. Oh, yeah. That's fine. There may be some background noise. We set up some new lights, and we roughly set them up, so they're kind of falling. Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It is reversed. I'm getting the sense that I really want to show you this card upright, but it's important for you to see it upside down. Interesting. We have a card of independence, a card of growth, self-growth, and growth and nurturing of not only yourself, but your soul. Then a card of enlightenment, and like true enlightenment, something coming out of it. And when I mean coming out of enlightenment, it's like, oh, I understand now. Now it's like time to take action kind of energy. This is something I think that you're feeling brew up. And it's like there's a not quite there yet. And I feel like you are either getting signs of that or being told that to yourself so you can just stay prepared and be prepared. And there's nothing wrong with being prepared, but when we're not moving, where in life will things grow? If there is no movement to make this Empress's garden grow, this beautiful Empress here, hold on. Stop focusing on me. The card is prettier. Look at her. The Empress is always pregnant, and it is not like you're literally pregnant, because I am literally on my lady time right now. How funny. So I am not literally pregnant, for sure. My body literally told me that this morning. But it's pregnant with ideas, and it's silly to say pregnant, but that idea of, oh, an idea can come to be birthed into reality through action. So the simplest way I explain manifestation always is the cup of coffee, like, method. I want to manifest a cup of coffee. I want to manifest this, blah, 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 blah. I want to manifest this. I want to manifest that. Da, 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 whatever it is. I want to manifest a cup of coffee. It's my idea. How do I manifest that? Oh, there's a machine that does it for me, which is kind of fucking awesome. Used to not be like that. There's that step in taking action to be like, oh, I'm gonna go make myself a cup of coffee, and then now I have a cup of coffee. Or even, like, not even manifest a cup of coffee. What would I normally say? Like, I want to manifest energy for myself. Okay, I'm gonna go have a cup of coffee. Like, it may not be, like, an exact thing that you know to go get a cup of coffee for. It's just like, oh, an apple can give me energy, a protein shake can give me energy, a protein bar can give me energy, protein in general can give me energy. I don't eat enough protein. But I'm starting to. I figured out a way to, like, balance it. There's something about independence here that's very important to you, Capricorn. But going back to what I was trying to say before of being, like, pregnant with ideas, there is something, like, brewing in your mind space and in your heart space here that has been just collectively gaining, I want to say gaining distance, gaining speed. It's more of, like, gaining ground. That's what it is. There's something about this Empress that's, like, gaining ground. I feel like you guys need to look at this for a second. The leaves falling, like, I feel like I can feel this card, how airy it is, how, like, the wind's blowing, the smell of the, like, fall leaves, the weird, gross kind of smell of wet fall leaves. I can't wait for, I don't know what it is about that time of year, but that is, ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Halloween. I feel like Halloween is obviously not misunderstood, but, like, there's so many different reasons of why we celebrate Halloween. There's so many different cultures and traditions that have a Halloween just time. They celebrate that time period of just like, ooh, spooky fall stuff. I could go on and ramble about all the different things of all the different cultures. We're not here to talk about that. We're talking about you, Capricorn, okay? You gaining ground on all of this new land that you've been exploring, whether it's been in your mind space or in like your environment. Like you've been putting yourself out there and just kind of like really creating structure, creating balance here, creating balance there, like little like it's like, all right, that's taken care of here, that's taken care of there, that's taken care of here. It's like one thing at a time, but you are like starting a project and finishing it. Like there's no, I'm putting this project to the side, I'm finishing this so I can move on to the next project and then finish that one so I can move on to the next project, kind of a thing. You Capricorns, I always love to explain how they have an energy that builds empires. Like it's not just something that's gonna like build the foundation of a house, you know? It's not just the foundation of a single house or a single like neighborhood. There's that energy of you make moving rocks and boulders look like a piece of cake. That's the energy you hold and have within you. And you are, I feel like, withholding from yourself. But I feel like there's this energy of I see this Empress like, okay, we're gonna give a little bit of me to me. We're gonna explore my soul, explore this power within me. All right, explore it there, explore it here, and each time you're exploring, you're like planting a seed, and all it's doing is growing your power even more. But it's not like, I don't want to think of silly woo-woo superpowers. Oh my god, it's so powerful. You feel powerful in the sense of in control of your own life. What feels like for most of you is the very first time. And I can't preface enough how important that is for you, because you need to really like feel in control of yourself in order to regain control of things that you feel like you've lost control of in your life. We can't control everything, but there are things that we can lose control of. And the biggest, it's a very, very sad show, but it was a weird, like, I would binge watch episodes of it because it was kind of like interesting. Hoarders. I would watch and like binge watch Hoarders when I would just like do laundry, and like I'd like walk out of the room and leave it on, kind of a thing. So watching these people rebuild themselves after all of the carnage that they would just, the chaos that they would create in their hoarded home, it is that simple like aspect of they didn't do laundry, they didn't clean the bathroom, and then when the bathroom gets like fucked up, they don't fix it, so they don't like fix the bathroom, then they can't flush, and then it's like a whole mess. Like it gets out of control so quickly. And I think that's the biggest thing of, it's not just doing laundry at home for you, like the things that you're like, I'm starting a project, I'm finishing it. It's not just laundry. It's like you are going out there and getting a fucking like house loan or a car loan and calling the place. Okay, scheduled an appointment. Hey, I'm going in, discussing a loan. Maybe before you even go in and discuss the loan, you go and talk to some just like people who have some financial advice. Like there's discussions being had and plans being made, and then completion in these plans is the biggest thing I think you need to recognize within yourself, because that's where the true power is held, is recognition. We're gonna ooh okay, we're gonna end on that. The true power in all of this for you is recognition. Oh my. Oh, I love you, Capricorn. You're so cool. The Capricorns. 9 of Pentacles. What did I miss earlier? What do we need to let Capricorn know for their highest good? What do they need to hear? Hello. Remember when I was saying that energy that builds empires? That is the motherfucking emperor out here. All of his knowledge and wisdom. His, hers, theirs. My candle just went out. It was really low, so I'm not surprised that it went out, but I'm just laughing that it went out when I was thinking about this emperor, like going to battle and the empire. It's like the whole, like, just the movie 300 kind of vibe I was feeling, you know? And as soon as I thought of that, I was, like, smelling smoke, and it, like, was weirdly getting me to, like, think of, like, oh my god, like, you're putting out fires of the, like, the chaos of battle, I want to say. It's not even, like, there was, like, a battle or, like, a big, like, fight that was, like, it's almost like how there are some big fights that are televised or everyone's talking about, everyone in the know, or everyone who you know is in the know of all the talk of whatever the fuck. But it wasn't like this battle, this chaos. It wasn't that big. It was like, oh, okay, all right. Like, there was, like, something that just felt like happened. And this is you stomping out all the fire of the chaos, because it's no good leaving it burning. You're sitting here saying, ain't none of y'all gonna grow, and ain't none of y'all gonna resolve your shit if you don't put out these motherfucking fires. And some of you Capricorns are saying this to yourself, and you know you've been hearing this little, like, put out the fires in your heart or in this chaos, whether it's just your own chaos, your personal stuff and your personal chaos, personal life chaos, putting out the chaos fires, or it's like there's a group involved, and groups can always be workplace stuff, work, friendship mix, you know, we always have friends at work kind of a thing. So I never know if it's like a friend group or like a work group, because people are very, like, everyone's different and everyone kind of has different social circles. So I'd never know exactly what it's about, because maybe some people who are family but not really like blood family are still like a part of a different friend group, but that friend group's also a part of like this workplace group, and they're all coworkers, so it's like a trio of 3 social circles mixed together, and it's like, okay, I can just say group of people and we can call it a day, you know? That's the energy I feel. I just wanted to explain that. Ooh, this emperor is putting out lots of fires. And it's in a way of, you're either putting this fire out or I'm going to put it out for you, because I'm not standing to see this shit no more, you know? There's like, hey, we can't have none of that. And I feel like you, Capricorn, are the type of friend that is going to, whether you drove everyone to the event, the friend group party, wherever you're going to hang out, let's say for a cliche reason, you're all going to the club, right? You're all going to hang out. Whether you drove everyone and you were like the leader in setting up the thing, whether you set up the fun group activity or not, you are still the motherfucker that leads everyone. Like, everyone goes to you in a moment of need. Like, someone else could be leading the group, but they're gonna go to you because, like, hey, Capricorn, I need a second, you know, and I know you're gonna be here for me, and I know it's almost like I need to explain this in a girl perspective, and it is the girl perspective of, you know, which ladies and which women have the feminine products and which may or may not have feminine products on hand. There's the girlies who will always have shit on them. Hand sanitizer, fucking nail glue, I don't know, some little things to touch up your makeup or to clean your makeup or to whatever, right? Bobby pins, clips, and then, like, the feminine products, the important stuff. That's why I'm like, it's not just like, oh, I need a little clip for my hair. I need a pad. Do you have one? And Capricorn, you're the one who's always got it. You always got one. You always got one. And they're like, oh, I'm so thankful. And they're like, I'm so sorry for taking your only, like, thing. And you're like, what do you mean? This is what it's for. This is why I have it, kind of a thing. Like, this is your energy. This is. I love that. I love the. Girl, I got you. I always got something on me. I keep a lot of things in not only my purse, but in my car, because you never know if you're gonna break down or if you're going to, like, you know, get a flat tire and have to, like, sit out on the side of the road. So I leave a lot of random shit in my car. Cheers, by the way. We have some coffee for some grounding. Coffee's good for grounding. And we got, like, a raspberry tea that has, like, rose and hibiscus and stuff. Which is, it's really nice. I want to see the Empress cards really quick and get them out, and then we will talk about the Nine of Pentacles, because this Empress card and the I kept seeing this card come out earlier when it was showing up randomly when I was shuffling the cards. It kept, like, popping out, and I was like, why do I keep seeing this one card? All right, these ooh, I gotta put that on a different. Ah. Oh, that makes me so happy. How did I not notice that? Ah, I've had this deck for so long, and you still notice things that, like, you don't notice. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles for you, Capricorn, is the Emperor, the Three of Pentacles, and Eight of Cups. So we'll focus here. See this bird in the middle there, the dead center? Feels a little bit like divine intervention, God, universe, the world, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you believe in, there was something that guided you to walk away from, oh, you don't need to put out everyone's fires, or you don't need to do this, do that, do the other thing, and it's like, it's not that I, like, feel like I have to. It's not like you feel like you have to do it. It's like you want to put out these fires. You feel there's this sense of strength and security that you feel knowing that you've put out fires on this ground that is now fertile enough to grow things off of, and for anyone to grow their stuff off of, because the weird thing after forest fires and why people do like very planned forest burnings, because they will burn forests for like farming and stuff. They burn it purposely to get the ash to mix up with the soil, and that is how you get like super fertile soil. And I think that's the reason you're wanting to put out these fires, is because you don't care who grows off this ground. You're just trying to clear this ground so people can grow, because I feel like you just want that sense of growth, not only for yourself but for other people. And it's like, oh, well, go and do this growth for yourself. And it's like, putting these fires out is the growth for yourself. Like, this is what makes you feel good. So I think there's an energy of, hey, this makes you feel good, it makes you feel good. If this is exactly what you want to do, it's exactly what you want to do. And I think there's always an energy of, in the 8 cups, that it's like, oh, these 8 cups are good, but they're not great, you know? And I feel like you are in this energy of clearing out anything that is, that's kind of good, but it's not great. It doesn't make me feel like how I truly like feel like I need to be, you know? This is me. I'm Capricorn, kind of a thing. Like, that's how you feel about yourself. And the thing that needs to be walked away from, 8 of Cups energy, is like the, not necessarily listening to other people, but like there are times where I feel like you let people get in your ear a little bit and it messes you up. And I want you to even say, like, if you kind of find yourself overthinking some of the things I say in this reading, don't even, like, be like, all right, remember the tarot reader said to not overthink it. Just kind of keep going in the direction that feels great. Not, you know, all right, you know, it's kind of good, and I guess that checks some boxes, but I'd rather have, like, this, you know, and if I could wait a little bit and get that, I think I'd be good and be fine waiting a little bit to get the great thing and not the kind of good thing right now. 3 of Pentacles is just this, you working with the, I'm putting out fires, creating structure, creating growth for people and yourself. Working with that me, myself, and I in order to find, hey, there is fertile ground and fertile seeds to be grown. Seeds to be sown and trees to be grown. Clarifying the Empress here is the Wheel of Fortune, the 2 of Cups, and the Judgment reversed. Now, the Judgment came out reversed, so I will show you, I'll show you them like this. You just kind of see it reversed a bit. Let me turn around. See that dragon on the Wheel of Fortune? It's like a little dragon, and then there's the lotus flower. 2 of Cups is a lot about integrating with the soul, integrating with your heart, mind, body, and soul, but also just like the yin-yang in your heart, that divine feminine, divine masculine energy. And I feel like since a lot of things have been shifting and changing for you when it comes to just seeing the chaos for what it is, there's a judgment call that is needing to be like, pick up the fucking phone. Like, you pick up the phone. The universe doesn't do that for you. And I think there's some people that are gonna have a little bit of like aggressive signs of just like, boom, you got some synchronicity happening, or oh my god, is is it like a full moon or something? Like, people who aren't into spiritual stuff, I feel like you're gonna be thinking you're fucking crazy. You're not fucking crazy. Don't ever think you're fucking crazy. If you're crazy, then I'm gonna say what one of my friends said to me once. I mean, it's kind of okay to be it's kind of okay to be crazy. The world's pretty fucking crazy right now. So I was like, all right, you know, that made me feel a lot better. Instead of saying I'm not crazy, they just sat in the hole with me, and I was like, all right, you know, I kind of feel that we're all a little crazy on the inside. So there's nothing wrong with feeling a little crazy, because the world definitely sure makes us crazy. This is so interesting of there's like I feel like a lot of someone's screaming at themselves saying, how do I do it? Well, how the fuck do I do it? I don't know. You're screaming at yourself that. Be a little kinder to yourself so you can hear yourself out and be like, hey, I don't know, but we can just try. And I feel like part of you is, no, we have to have a plan. We have to make sure we have a plan. We can't just go into battle, into this chaos. We can't just put out this fire and not have a plan. Yeah, you can. You can have tools in case various scenarios come up. Whatever tools you have at hand, you can prepare for, but you can't prepare for everything. There's always a time where you have to make that judgment call. And all right, we don't know, but fuck it. Who cares? We're going to either try, or we're either going to say, okay, we're not going to try in this area. If it's more of like, if you really want to go for something, there's that, your heart's pointing this way, and I feel like the more you ignore it, the more that life is going to point you in this direction of someone's pulling you. Pulling y'alls. Shut the fuck up. We're clarifying the hangman, or the hanged one. It's called the hanged one here. The hanged one, but it came out reverse for you, Capricorn. Now see this card on my hand? That's the hangman. Again, coming out reversed. I don't ask me how. Don't ask me how. If you want to ask me how these cards came out, I trust the cards. I trust the cards with my entire whole being. Why aren't you trusting yourself with your whole entire being? Trusting yourself to fall forward, only to realize falling forward was just swinging back and forth from a tree. And now it's like, oh, you gotta kind of like lift your torso up, look around, let yourself down, and see this deeper path for you beyond that tree that is like this metaphorical, oh, you hung yourself from the tree. The hangman, or the person that is hung in the hangman card, put themselves in the tree on purpose to try and gain a new perspective. And the best way to gain a new perspective is to literally like go upside down. Turn the whole entire world upside down. Turn your perspective upside down. So that's why it's very interesting that they came out twice with this deck, because when you are upside down, this card here from this deck is the perspective of the hangman in this card. But when you let yourself actually sit up for a second, you can... There's a sense of like sitting yourself up and freeing yourself, but Not like freeing yourself from like material physical things. Freeing yourself from, I'm going to like, I feel like part of you are like, some of you Capricorns are like, I'm going to feel everything. It doesn't matter what I feel, I'm going to feel it. Because a lot of you, I'm gonna be honest, human beings and certain upbringings will push and shove feelings down in a deep, dark hole. And there's a lot of you that's, I'm just gonna feel everything. I don't care what it is, but I'm gonna find my safe place. I'm gonna make sure I'm safe and I'm not bothering anyone else and I have time for this, you know? And I'm just gonna feel everything, you know? You just wanna feel your feelings. A big thing about that is some medications, like antidepressants, actually suppress a lot of emotions. So if you are, like, detoxing from antidepressants, you could just be, like, feeling your emotions for the very first time again. Because suppressing them, whether with medication or whether with your mind, is not good for the brain, and it basically suppresses a lot of memories, childhood, PTSD kind of a thing, traumas, brew. I'm not a doctor, I'm just reading tarot cards. Just want to preface that. I just do want to explain that. I only know about the whole, when you detox from certain antidepressants, that's a thing because my boyfriend has literally told me that that's a thing. And I experienced the same thing with birth control, because birth control is partially an antidepressant, and birth control really, really messed with certain hormones for me, so I have detoxed, and I've been detoxed for just off birth control for a long time to try and really gain that, like, balance in my emotions and in my hormones, because it's not just about your emotions. Like, your hormone levels have a lot to do with how your emotions, like, function as well, and how even just feeling them, letting them all flood, just like letting open the gates is so important. And it's like not being afraid of, like, if you're being too much for a certain like certain people, not a certain person, but like if you know that you're not going to be literally screaming in someone's ears, screaming in someone's face, and like genuinely being obnoxious, like over the top, extreme. We don't want to be extreme here, obviously. But there is like a, hey, so and so, do you have a second? I just need to express like how cool this thing is. Like, you found a thing on the internet and you're like, look at this and this is so cool, and I'm just gonna ramble about it for a second. I don't care if you don't understand any of it, but let me just ramble about it for a second. And you just let your whole heart just like into a topic, or like even if you're just by yourself enjoying a movie and you just find yourself getting emotional over like these really like simple parts in a movie that you wouldn't necessarily cry at before, but you find yourself kind of getting emotional about certain scenes in a movie. Expressing that, feeling that, just let yourself be free in feeling it, because this is the shifting and changing seasons of life. It's not just seasons of life. I feel like it's seasons of your soul. Seasons of your heart, mind, and body. And through all of this feeling is enlightenment. But the feeling can't be felt until you pick up the phone, until you ring the bell, until you sound the horns. And where has this enlightenment been leading you? Where has this enlightenment been leading you? It's been leading you to yourself the whole entire time. It's been leading you to yourself, the Hermit. The Hermit's such like an introspective card. It is the card of introspection. So like when we talk about introspection in tarot, that is the card for it. And the Hermit is so powerful in bringing us back to ourselves. Now, there are two types of hermit journeys. Hermit journey that we go on for like a conscious reason. I am trying to understand why I feel a certain way, and I'm going on a conscious inner journey in my mind, an introspective journey. Other times, life throws shit at us and says this to us, right? Life will just say this, and then we are thrown into our minds in a very introspective kind of way, and then we are wondering why we are thinking about these feelings, what we should do about them, and just like sitting in introspective energy and sitting in introspection, that introspective part of the mind, I don't know what to call it, just sitting there thinking about all of these things is still exactly what the Hermit journey is all about. The Hermit journey is you going within, trying to gain more knowledge about yourself. It's a dark place in your mind, so you need this lantern to guide you. You need part of yourself to guide you, and this is where you have to bring this Empress energy in. The Two of Cups is this like bringing one side of you and another side of you together. You got to bring what I call grounding energy in. That is Empress energy. That is Earth energy. This is what you are, Capricorn. You may not be the Capricorn sun sign, but I'm just saying that is Earth energy. And the Empress is an energy that feels so fluid that we feel free without even thinking about it. So there are actions and activities that we as humans can do that make us feel free without even thinking about it. And what are those things? Use those things to ground you. Anytime that you are purposely going in on your mind and trying to gain more insight about your feelings and your emotions, or if you find yourself just thrown into it because life said this, and you're just thrown into your emotions, you're like, okay, whether it's just triggers or something happened that was out of your control, find the things that ground you. If you don't know what grounds you, it's that thing that feels like you feel free without even thinking about it. It's like, oh, I'm doing this thing and I didn't even realize how good I felt after doing it, kind of a deal. Last card for the Hanged One here. Oh, you amazing, beautiful. So, bottom of the deck energy in all is Eight of Swords. I always want to remind you, anytime you see the Eight of Swords, you see, oh my god, this is a metaphor for you being tied up in your mind with your emotions, your thoughts, and thoughts that aren't good, that are negative, that don't serve you, calling yourself lazy, bad, ugly, this, that, the other, all these random labels that can even blind you to the real solution. Because when you're bumping around these swords, they could cut you, but they could also free you. So certain thoughts in your mind and certain thoughts to just even acknowledge can free you. Recognition and acknowledgement can free you in the simplest way and provide so much healing, and I feel like is the most important step in the path of healing. Like, there is no more important step first step that you should take in healing other than recognition. Recognition and acknowledgement is the only first step that you should take towards healing in anything. Anything. I need to take a break for a second, so excuse me. I'm gonna be able to edit this in post. If you're watching this live, you're gonna have to wait, but if you're watching this in the future times on YouTube, you're lucky. You get to skip this little break. I just need to go check something really quick. Give me 1 second. Alright, Capricorn. Excuse me. Let's get back into it. yes. I tried to get one last card for the Hangman clarification, but 2 came out, so whenever this happens, I usually take the second one as the bottom of the deck, but I always like to, you know, showcase the bottom of the deck energy. But the actual one, or at least, like, technically the other one, is Temperance. Temperance is another card that talks about bringing in 2 different aspects, which this card usually depicts fire and water, and cultivating 2 energies of you, something that feels very fiery and something that feels very water, and almost alchemizing them into something new. But not new, it's just you, and it has been you this whole time. The biggest thing clarifying the Hangman card, not only the Hangman himself, or themselves, but the Empress came out. We have the Hangman, the Hermit, and the Empress out here. And let me turn these up right so you can see them. We have the Hangman, the Hermit, and the Empress. This Empress card is so pretty. You've cultivated a new you when you cultivate a new you, and you are cultivating a new you. While doing this, you don't even realize what you're doing. So I feel like anytime that you have been guided in put your whole heart into it, you are being guided to this true you, but it's going to be something that is a dark, of the dark and depths of your mind. It's like, oh, you want to get out to that horizon beyond those mountains. That's your goal, right? Okay, well, start climbing down and climb through those mountains first before you get all the way over there. There's a lot of steps involved that you also need to be honest with yourself about. I think this big part of the judgment call for some of you is, hey, you got to look at some, like, harsh, dark stuff of you, because you got to look at all of you. The whole heart of you. Even the part of you don't like. The whole heart of you. The whole part of you. The whole parts and all its working functions. And how this whole heart aspect, how not acknowledging it, not acknowledging even your own whole heart, which is just yourself, lack of acknowledgement leads to lack of growth and lack of stability and lack of not just stability, but sustainability. Sustainability is very important for you, Capricorn. You're someone who genuinely loves sustainability and keeping the sustainability, because you know when you keep something sustainable, it lasts a really long time. It's like making sure your PC is constantly, like, cleaned periodically, so your like equipment doesn't get damaged or anything, you know? The Temperance is a really strong energy of, if you want the sails of life, if you want the ship of life, the ship of your life, to set sail on this ocean, if you want all of this to set sail, You're the one that's got to bring these energies together to set the sails themselves. You're the only person on your ship right now. If you're being a captain of a ship, imagine you have no employees, no crewmates, no team effort at all. It's just you. You're the one that's got to set sail. And set sail towards these cultivating energies, these alchemizing energies. You have two parts of you really like, what's going on here? I don't understand you. What are you doing here? It reminds me of the Spider-Man meme, where it's 3 Spider-Mans just all pointing at each other. That's you right now. It really shows, especially in the 3 of Pentacles, with a me, myself, and I energy. I always see the 3 of Pentacles as me, myself, and I. Because it's always the me, myself, and I are the only ones going to get myself through this life, create this life together is me, myself, and I. So I feel like you are in this room with yourselves. What are you doing here? What's going on? And there's this big, strong part of you that's just like, all right, we're going to let them like ramble a bit. We're going to let them just let yourself kind of express how you feel. I'm confused. You're confused. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Kind of an energy. Like, let yourself be. Let yourself just get it out of your system. Because it's okay to be confused. I feel like you're sitting here. I'm my own captain, but wait, I gotta set my sails? I gotta do this, and then I gotta do that, and oh, these waves are coming in. Oh no, I gotta prepare for that, and we're not prepared for this, and okay. You have to be aware of the unknown and getting comfortable in not knowing, not being prepared. It's scary for an earth sign and earth energies to not be prepared. The only way you're going to get an earth energy, an earth sign, comfortable to change and comfortable with change is if you give them a plan and prepare them, you know. That's really the only way you're going to get them to change. But the true earth sign, when they don't have anything to help them prepare for the change, needs to let go to the change. It's just okay to be unprepared for things. You don't know what's going to happen, but you can't let it stop you. You as an earth sign, as powerful as you are, Capricorn, you cannot let something like that stop you. And I think that is the biggest message for this, because you have so much potent energy, and it's like something that you can't even stop. You can't even stop your own power from shining within you. It's like if you don't see it within yourself, you're going to have a lot of people see it within you, because it's like, how do you not see a woman who is 9 months pregnant? You should be able to see that. That's all I'm going to say. You should be able to see what 9 months pregnant looks like. That's not just, oh, I have a little baby bump. I'm showing finally. And it's barely anything. 9 months pregnant, you can't hide that. That's just there. It's just there. That's you and all of the potential you hold. And I think this is like whether you choose to birth it and how you choose to birth it is up to you. We are going with this very feminine and mothering female perspective for this metaphor, because it's very much like how you go about bringing your ideas into reality is up to you. Like, that is a complete like choice that you make. And it's the same thing for birthing mothers. How you choose to birth, completely up to the mother. However they choose to do it, whatever is best for their body. And that's why C-sections are a thing, and emergency C-sections are a thing. You never know if you're going to have some, like, thing to accommodate for, you know? And it's best to just have tools for these things and call that being prepared. Because you can't prepare for, oh my god, what if this happens? Oh, so you're afraid of this one thing happening, so that's going to stop you from doing the whole thing entirely. Oh, I'm scared of this one tiny little thing happening during a birth, so I'm just not going to have kids at all. And it's like, but deep down you kind of do want kids, you know? Stopping yourself from doing something you really want to do. If you don't want kids, you don't want kids, you know? But there's things in life where we end up stopping ourselves when we should be, like, really pushing ourselves forward. And I really want to express, and I think the reading really wants to express, to not stop yourself. Not one bit. So, I believe in you. Thank you, Capricorn. That is all I have for you. I could express this in so many other ways, but that is it. That is all I have for you. So, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and thank you for letting me read your cards. And as always, I hope you have a good day, rest of your day or night, wherever you are in this beautiful earth watching this video. And as always, I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.